Before we dive right into the podcast, I would like to apologize for a technical error that you are about to hear during the recording. My microphone, for some reason, had created this minor echo while you're here two of me throughout the entire episode. Again, I apologize for that, but I hope you all enjoy my very first episode of the Abnormal Hour, which we get into a lot of different topics in about 50 or so minutes. So, hope you enjoy. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night. Whatever time it is for you out there. It is I, your host, Nikki, and welcome to our very first episode of the Abnormal Hour. Well, hour, as I should say. I run the whole thing, such as I am the recorder, I am the editor, and I publish this, so it should be my podcast. Well, we're here, our very first episode of the Abnormal Hour. Thank you all for your love and support. For if you've heard about our show before, and now if you're just watching this, welcome to the show. This very first episode, I'm just going to get into the outline of how it's going to work, and then I'm going to introduce you all my very special guests. Yes, with an S. Two wonderful good friends of mine, and I'll introduce you to them in right just a moment. So, in the beginning of the podcast, how I'm going to work is I'm just going to introduce, as I did earlier. Then I'm going to introduce my special guests, or my guests, if it depends. Usually it's one, but, pardon me, in this case, two. Then after that, we'll just talk about whatever we want to talk about for a good 20 minutes, and then I'll get to the weather, which I'll name a random city in the world. Sneak peek is going to be called Yoakumtown, Pennsylvania, which that'll be our very first weather map. But if you have any requests on where in the planet you would like me to talk about, or just mention how warm or cold it is, email theabnormalhour@gmail.com. And then after that, we'll get into some fun facts, and we'll maybe get a topic off there. And if you have any fun facts, just send it to the same email again. And if you have any questions you want to ask us, just email them as long as they are appropriate to talk about. Now, for the guests. These guests of honor I have known for many, many years. As many, many years, I mean 5. These are my two good friends, Ryan and Matt. Come introduce yourselves.
Hello, I am Matt.
And I'm Ryan.
Okay.
That was honestly pretty good. I have nothing of note to say.
I don't have anything to say either.
You know, sometimes when you just can't think of anything, you're just babbling on. You just go.
You should have heard the test recordings for this one. I'll leak those. I'm gonna leak those.
Link in the description. Oh wait, you can't have any description.
We have our ways.
We'll figure it out for you, wonderful fans. So, very first episode, and yet we don't have a specific topic to talk about. If you have anything you want to talk about, just email us. Or me.
Well, just him.
Yeah, just me.
We're not a part of this.
It's a very, it's kind of rude saying it's like, we're not a part of this. What are you talking about?
Well, it's your podcast. You said we're guests here.
Yeah, precisely.
I'm just a ghost. Ooh.
Matt is just a ghost.
Yep.
Wait, if he's a ghost, then... Hold on.
Hey,
Hold up.
whoa.
Hold up.
Hold on. How are we seeing him then? Because we're all in the same
ghosts.
room.
How are we seeing him?
Maybe we're all ghosts.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I can't tell you about that.
Plot twist. No one can see us.
If you're talking about ghosts, let's talk about haunted houses.
Okay.
Let's talk about haunted houses, so per se. So, I'll tell you guys a little story about haunted houses. I never really go to them because when I was younger, I was too afraid to even just show up into a haunted house. But when I was in freshman year in college, I'm now a sophomore. My friends and I took my friends and my now girlfriend and forced me upon my will to go to a haunted house.
That is your girlfriend for you.
Sorry, Liv. Okay, going back to the haunted houses. So this was in a place in about west side of Ohio, there's like 3 events. There's just one haunted house, then there's a cornfield maze, and then there's this zombie paintball where you can shoot zombies, which are just highly armored people.
I've done that before. That's
Okay,
fun.
I have also done
You've
zombie
done that?
paintball.
Which one?
I don't recall, but because I was too young to remember.
Yeah.
Mine was in Maple Heights.
Ooh, shout out to Maple Heights.
Yeah,
Everybody
it's
who lives
a
in
nice
Maple
place.
Heights, Ohio.
Not me.
Not me neither.
I don't think any of us, right?
I can't recall anybody that lives in Maple Heights.
Yeah. Nobody lives there. It's a ghost town.
Yeah.
And we come from there. We're ghosts.
We are ghosts.
That
We
is
come
right.
from the ghost.
We come from Ghost Land.
Yes.
Also known as Maple Heights, Ohio.
Precisely. So in a haunted house, I realized that I was incredibly good at improvising. So I just show up to this house. I think it was a house, and I just go like this, like, housekeeping, and it's just like, it's not housekeeping. I'm like, it is now. Let me in. And we just show up, and then there's this goat named Monkey that ripped my friend's pants off. Well, or sort of.
Whoa, hey.
Yes!
Back up for a moment. Can you run that by us again?
There was a goat
A goat
named Monkey
named Monkey.
who bit my friend's pants, and it ripped.
Oh, so it wasn't a guy dressed up as a goat named Monkey.
No, it was an actual goat
named Monkey.
named Monkey.
Is this Goat Simulator in real life?
Dude, goats aren't real.
Goats aren't real.
Goats are not real.
Conspiracy theory: goats are not real.
No, they're real. Birds aren't real.
Oh yeah.
That's the theory.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the theory.
I've heard about that. I've heard about that strange theory about saying the birds aren't real. I don't know how. Like they're thinking that the government has controlled them into robots and just,
I'm an avid believer of this theory, believe it or not.
seriously.
Yeah, I legitimately believe birds aren't real.
Oh,
Just like Wyoming isn't real.
it's like Wyoming isn't real.
It's a chunk error. It's a chunk error, like in Minecraft.
You ever heard of the? Okay, this is what happens when you have a bunch of ADHD kids in a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
We talk about all sorts of random things, but you ever heard of the theory from flat earthers that Australia is not real?
No.
Yeah, these flat earthers say. Well, correct me if I'm wrong to all the flat earthers out there. That they say that Australia is not real, and they're hiring NASA employees to say they're from Australia.
I had no clue that the Hemsworth family was NASA now. Because that's really something
Yeah,
else.
my cousin lives in Australia, and she has a husband and a child. Is the baby working at NASA? How
She
is
could
that?
be a part of it. Your
you
cousin could be a part of it.
I don't know.
Well, here's a message to the flat earthers. If the earth is flat, why does it get dark?
That's
Why
a good
does it get
point.
dark?
That is a good point.
That is a very good point.
There are flat earthers around the globe. It's a very it's a very wide spanning
Hold
society.
up! Say that again, but slowly.
There are flat earthers all around the globe.
I mean, I'm just saying,
Oh my god.
like, if Kyrie Irving can be a flat earther,
I mean, if he's
so
a flat,
can I.
So can I. Man,
You good?
Yeah, I just got gunk. Man, just every time I just speak, I get gunk, and I literally have to like all the freaking time.
For context, since this is just an audio, he turned away from the microphone to cough. That's very good.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
very good.
especially during the pandemic, even though I'm fully vaccinated.
Yeah,
it's
we
still
all are. We're all in person.
We all have we have full 5G.
and
We
we're,
have full 5G.
we're all bad. That's the side effect for getting fully vaccinated. You become a bad
Oh boy.
bad only can go to the movie theaters, can go to Cedar Point.
You are
And even can go to the haunted house near my area,
Yes.
known as Bloodview.
Shout out to Bloodview.
Yeah.
Everybody that works in Bloodview.
Oh
too.
yeah.
Speaking of Bloodview, the first year Ryan and I went to Bloodview. Sorry, Nikki, you were not part of this.
We probably didn't even know you at that point.
No,
Did we?
I met you guys when I was in 8th grade.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, you were a freshman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a freshman.
This man's old.
I'm getting too old.
You're
I'm
gonna be
getting too
21.
old. I'm getting too old for this job.
So,
Yeah.
what is your plan when you're 21? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna have to wait until I turn 21.
Oh.
Okay. So it's a secret. So if you're 21, you're not gonna tell us.
We're probably gonna see and find out.
We'll find out what
Okay.
happens. Maybe he might show up on the floor or something. I don't know.
Nikki, what are your plans when you turn 21? I know it's a little farther away.
It is farther away. It's about it's about a year or so, but I don't know. But when my brother turned 21, we went up to a nice dinner, and then my cousin took him out to a bar.
Oh.
But I probably might do the same thing. But yet, I don't really drink. Per se. I only drink sips. But in college, in college, my friends, that's a whole different
yeah.
deal.
No, I don't plan on at least fully drinking until I'm 21. Because, I've had my sips.
Yeah, I'll have a
If I
Should you be saying this in a
Should
podcast?
you probably? Okay, let's. For
wait, okay,
context, I don't drink.
Yeah, I don't drink either. But
Me neither.
You know how in communion... Oh, sorry for the Catholicism out there. Shout out to all the Catholics out there.
Shout out to all the Catholics.
You know how, when you take communion and you go up with, your hands folded together and saying,
Right.
getting the body and blood of Christ.
Right.
I thought it was just really strong grape juice for the longest time.
Yeah.
And it was wine. And I was 10 or 11 just drinking wine in the middle of everyone. And I don't know why, but it really... Excuse me.
It's adult. No, wine. Wine is adult grape juice.
I almost said an adult word there.
You almost said an
I almost
adult
said an
word.
adult word there.
Don't say adult words.
I know.
There's adults in here.
I know.
I'm going to probably get a lot of hate for this, but I have not had wine before.
Well, it's weird because you're Italian though. Because me growing up with my grandpa from Sicily and my grandma first generation, it's cultural that you're exposed to that. So when you become 21, you're responsible. When you're in college, you're responsible about it. But yet there's people that are just that just they can just drink silly,
Yeah, and I plan on doing that when I'm 21.
I mean, when you're 21,
when I'm
of
21.
course.
When I'm 21.
Well, yeah, on your
Let me just say
21st
that.
birthday.
I'm going to be responsible.
Yeah,
You're
no,
gonna be responsible.
Matt would be the designated driver.
My time.
My cousin's then. Oh, sorry. Hi, this is the mic. My cousin's fiance, who actually they just got married. Congratulations,
Congratulations to them.
I had to deal with his fiance,
Oh.
just drunk,
Oh.
and nobody else was around. It was just me and her, and I just had to help her do everything.
Oh, wow.
She started to take a fishbowl, like you know how you
fishbowl?
carry you know how you put goldfish in a
Right.
fishbowl. She started picking one up and just carrying it, and it was crazy. I didn't know what to do. I just took it back, and she just collapsed right after that.
Oh my god! Just imagine somebody just picking up this fishbowl and just walking around.
I mean, it could have been worse. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I had to tie her heels after that
Oh,
because she just didn't.
wow.
But yeah, it was a fun time.
You ever had to experience that kind of stuff, Matt?
I actually have experienced one time one of my family members got drunk, but I'm not 100% sure of the memory since the pandemic pretty much screwed up my long-term memory. But it was on Christmas Eve. Yes, Christmas Eve. I think it's also a normal time to get drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she drank a little too much wine, and she pretty much. Oh, it was in 2016. Okay.
2016. Okay,
Oh,
this was
that
pre. Oh yes, we love 2016.
2016. We're not gonna talk about.
We're not going to talk about 2016.
2016 was probably. I think I had the worst 2016 out of everyone in this conversation so far.
I won't contest that.
I won't contest either. All right? Now with that, let's talk about. Ryan, you and I were in the same grade, but Matt, and feel free, you can chime along too, how you felt it. But 2020,
2020.
graduating.
Oh yeah.
Let's say that it's 5 years from now, and there's people watching this very first episode of this podcast. We're like, what the hell is this guy talking about? This guy's talking about all sorts of topics, just like in one episode.
We go over a lot.
We go over a lot. So, what is your what's your 2020 story per se?
My 2020 story.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the year, back when like COVID was kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But like we didn't really know. The last thing that I remember doing as a group, like with just other friends, is we saw Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh yeah. No, I was there, wasn't I?
Were you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay, you were.
No, that's incorrect.
What?
Were you?
No, we were there.
You went with me.
Oh
but
yeah.
You were with a different group of friends.
Oh, that's
Oh
right.
right.
So,
Yeah,
but we all
sorry.
saw it at some point. But because that was sort of like the last big movie
Yeah.
that we all saw before the pandemic kind of went down.
Yeah. I saw Uncut Gems.
I saw that with my mother.
You saw that with your mom.
Yeah, she wanted to see it. So
It's
and I wanted to see it
basically
too.
Uncut Gems is basically a non-comedic Big Lebowski.
Well, no, it was funny though.
It was.
It had
it
funny
had some
moments.
funny parts.
It has funny
It
moments.
had some funny
It's a
parts.
2-hour anxiety attack.
It really is a 2-hour anxiety attack. I
And-
can agree with that.
And for me, that was not fun.
Yeah.
Good movie. Don't get me wrong.
It was a very
But I
good
never
movie.
want to see it again.
Oh boy. Okay. So, and then I can tell you something about my 2020. So I remember. So I know some of you probably don't know me, but I do martial arts, and there's this big statewide tournament down in Michigan that I went to. That was the week before Ohio shut down.
Oh, no.
So there's about a couple hundred people there. God damn, stupid gunk. Okay. This is what I was talking about earlier. But it was like a couple hundred people. We were completely fine and all sorts of stuff. And then within a week, all I heard was that we're going to have the day off Friday. And then 3 weeks, and then Governor Mike DeWine gives a 3-week shutdown.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, wow, okay. And that 3 weeks turned into a whole rest of the school year. And then college came by. Well, I'll tell you about college later. You just got to wear masks everywhere you are on campus.
Yeah.
It's
Unless you're in your dorm.
in my single dorm room. Who am I going to give it to? The wall? The wall can't get COVID.
The air.
Oh, that's right. The air can get COVID. I forgot about that.
But you breathe that air and it kind of cancels it out.
Yeah. I just breathed in COVID.
But your phone can.
Oh, yeah, the 5G thing.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. We love that 5G conspiracy theory.
I don't believe it personally.
Oh, no.
I don't believe it personally either.
Okay,
I just said
thank
it.
God.
I know somebody that did.
I just said it just to annoy some people.
It's funny.
I know somebody that did, but I don't know if he was joking or not. So I'm not gonna say his name
All right.
just in case.
Do we have a code name for this person?
Microwave.
Microwave.
His
Okay.
name is. We'll call him
We'll
Microwave.
call him
So if you hear that, if you hear the name Microwave, then Microwave's his name.
I understand.
Yeah, understandable. Have a good day. A joke. I laugh.
that was just how
Funny, I laugh.
Funny.
A
Funny.
joke.
A joke. I laugh.
This is what we've devolved to.
This is what we have. This is what mankind has become.
We had a good vibe going. We had a good podcast. First episode of Abnormal Hour.
Yeah,
Is this
Abnormal
the name
Hour.
of it? Okay. And I was just having a good time. And then we just got to a joke. I laugh.
It's all started. But where did we start for in the first topic? We just talked about
Yoakum Town.
Yoakum Town.
Yoakum Town.
Well, that was when I introduced. Okay,
Because that
Now
that's what
we-
started with.
Okay, yeah, okay. So going back to Yoakum Town, we'll get to the weather now
I
for
love it.
everybody. Here in the weather in Yoakum Town, Pennsylvania, it is currently 48 degrees Fahrenheit. And it doesn't tell me what the Celsius is because it's stupid. But it is currently over there 9:46 p.m., which is the time over here that I am recording this myself. There you go. Shout out to everybody that lives in Yoakum Town, Pennsylvania. Well, let's get to the fun facts. Do you have any fun facts for me? Because I have some about the podcast itself.
Oh, I might have to prepare mine a little bit, but if you want to say your
Okay,
fun fact first.
so here's my fun fact. The abnormal hour. So that name, the abnormal hour, has a long history. So back in December of 2019, Ryan, shout out to my friend Madison, and I formed a band called the Soup Trap, which came from a mispronounced version of the band called Supertramp. That's where we got it. And then we were gonna make some music, and Ryan decided to release an album without telling us, but that's a whole different spiel.
That's right.
That is right. And then COVID happened, and we just stopped producing stuff. So I decided to take the Soup Trap and turn it into a podcast. And I realized that's not a good name. The Soup Trap Podcast is not really something that's like, oh, what's your podcast called? Oh, it's called the Soup Trap Podcast. Who's going to say that? But then I decided to change it to, all right, name some cities that I've been to, or regions. So I called this the Abnormal Hour in Bavaria, which is a region in Germany. So shout out to everybody in Bavaria. I've been there, and it is probably the most wonderful places I've been in the entire planet. Then I realized, okay, that's a really long name, so let me just cut it to the Abnormal Hour. So actually, right now we're in about 23 minutes into this, so we got a whole good amount of time just to chat for the Abnormal Hour. So that's where that name comes from. Do you have any fun facts for me?
I have one fun fact for you.
Ooh.
Are you ready to hear this? Sorry, do I have to lean in?
Yeah, lean into the mic.
So, do you know the new car smell? Whenever like going, oh, I love that new car smell.
Oh, I can talk about that all day, but please go on.
Did you know that it's the scent of just dozens of chemicals? That if you whiff them on your own, it's actually pretty lethal.
I'm surprised I'm not dead yet.
Well, I would say if you live in a new car smell, I feel like you'd be pretty close to death.
Basically, I love the new car smell.
I do too. Just don't love it too much.
Don't love it too much, okay? But going into a new car, you just get a good old whiff, and before you realize that it's lethal to you, you just go.
I love the sweet scent of death in the morning.
I love the sweet scent of death in the morning. Okay, so that's how you smell new cars.
I have been in a bunch of new cars because
Auto show?
no, one of my mom's car broke down for some reason, and we had to get a new car. I'm surprised I didn't die from the new car smell.
I'm surprised I haven't died in general. So, if you remember me talking... Oh, sorry, my friend Matt's just playing with the microphone.
I have ADHD.
We all have ADHD.
Yeah, we all do.
We all do. I think I have a good name for this first episode. Yeah, you'll find out. I'm not gonna tell you guys yet.
All right. Well, it won't be a mystery to the listeners.
Yeah, it won't be a mystery. You guys will probably not be surprised because it will show on the title itself.
Well, yeah.
So it's like, oh wow, hey yo, Nikki just leaked the new episode, the new name episode, which is right on top.
It's crazy.
I know, isn't it? Isn't it freaking crazy?
It's amazing.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
It's amazing. You know what? All right, I have something to show you guys since we're on a topic.
Oh well, he's away from the microphone right now.
Temporarily.
Okay, well.
This book I have right here. This is called The School Memories.
Oh no.
Because you know
scared.
why? You know why I have this book here?
Why is that?
Because I never wrote into it until 12th grade.
Really?
Well, I had something in kindergarten. Okay, so I'm just gonna read off of this. Preschool. I was 3 years old.
Okay.
At school we have music time, recess, and art time. Ooh.
I love
Ah!
that.
God, sorry, that was just a picture of me when I was a kid. Oh.
Yeah, who is that nerd?
Yeah. Who's that stupid nerd?
Hey!
3-year-old nerd.
Who's that 3-year-old nerd? Oh wait, that's me. Okay, apparently my favorite snack was milkshakes, but Pediasure edition, because I was a skinny boy as a kid.
I love Pediasure.
Who doesn't love Pediasure? Like, I love the Boost, too. Like, I still drink the Boost.
I have never had it before.
It's good. It's very good.
There's a photo in here, too.
Ooh, what's that photo?
Oh, it's my kindergarten photo.
Can we see your kindergarten photo?
Sure, if you can find me.
Oh, I think I know where you are.
I'm the... man, I was wearing jeans. Those jeans were way too big on me.
A light blue,
Oh
a
yeah.
light blue polo and
God, and
very
my smile.
baggy jeans.
My smile looks like I'm constipated.
Speaking of jeans, I'm wearing jeans right now.
I'm wearing sweatpants. I wear them every day.
Sweatpants gang.
Sweatpants gang. Sweatpants
Got
gang.
'em.
First grade, absolutely nothing on here. Second grade, absolutely nothing on here.
Mm.
Third grade, absolutely nothing on here. And fourth, and fifth, and sixth, seventh, and eighth, ninth,
That's some Pulitzer
10th?
Prize winning
11th.
writing right here.
Oh, I have something for senior prom.
Oh.
Where it was held? My house. My date was canceled. I wore pajamas. And my favorite prom memory, remembering that prom was canceled.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was a bad time. No,
Shout out to junior year prom.
Shout out to
That was
June.
amazing.
That was fun.
I was a senior when they were juniors.
Yes.
I remember
to-
junior year prom. I went with my good friend Madison, and I went with you guys.
Yeah,
That was
with
an
me.
and having it at the Great Lakes Science Center. That was really fun.
Yeah, it was a lot more fun than I thought it would be.
And I'm really surprised no one broke anything in the science center. as
No
No
one-
far
one,
as
no
I
one
know.
broke anything in the Science Center.
Yeah, no. Everything was okay.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
That's crazy.
It's quite the feat.
It's quite the feat.
Like it's an
Oh yeah, I
it's
know.
an
okay.
achievement.
Yeah, it's quite the achievement.
Achievement get.
All right, this will be sophomore year homecoming. So back then, I was so single in high school, right?
Uh-huh.
I was being a weirdo and I was slow dancing by myself. Like I had my arms like it was wrapped around a girl, but I was just wrapping around myself. And my friend, shout out to Liam, brings this plant to me and he says, "This is Patricia. You need her more than me."
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Patricia came to life.
Patricia came to life. Patricia the plant.
Yep.
Also, if Nikki wants to explain more of that in another podcast,
Yeah,
we can.
we can get into a whole
We'll get into a whole episode. Maybe we might do a whole episode of just talking about dances.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now we can just talk. Let's just talk about high school. Honestly,
I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't remember most of high school.
really.
Yeah, no. It's all out the window. Well, not all.
Okay. Now, since it's been a while since we've seen each other, what about college? College memories.
College. Oh, that's
Go.
right. Cause yeah. College was fun.
I agree.
College was really fun.
College. I like college.
I still need to get a normal semester in for college.
What's a normal semester?
That's a fair point.
I do not know. Because I just don't know.
Huh? But that's
I mean,
also
I
a fair
just
point.
don't know, and you just generally don't know. That's okay.
Normal is subjective.
Normal is subjective. What? All right. What college stories do you have? Like, do you have any? like
Oh, I don't-
genuinely good college stories. Up and there's my dog coming downstairs while we're recording a podcast.
Penny!
How did you get down here?
Hi!
How did you get down here?
Hi!
Come here.
Penny's just having fun.
This is my dog Penny. I even know you can't see her, but she's an
Hi.
adorable little puppy.
Hi. She's coming up underneath me. Hi.
Penny, here. Penny. What?
Well, you know she's gonna come back. Nope.
Oh.
Okay, she didn't even go for it.
Bless you, Penny.
Oh.
Aww.
Hi.
Hi. So, let me introduce you. This is Penny. Aw. She's knocking over the stuff on the table. She'll be 2 late next month.
Yeah.
She's looking at me.
Yeah. Oh.
Hi, Penny.
There she goes.
Thank you for coming onto my podcast.
Thanks for visiting.
in. Tune in to the Abnormal Hour. And my girlfriend's texting me. Okay.
What were we
All right.
talking
We were
about
talking
again?
about college. Okay, go on. College.
Oh, I have legitimately no good college stories.
Really?
Nothing really happened.
Honestly.
Honestly.
I got one for you, but you go
Nikki,
ahead.
you can go first for yours
Oh, yeah.
because I have one as
yeah.
well.
I
you
got
got
one.
you got a good one. You got a
Okay,
good
so
one.
there's a couple. So I was in this class. I was in a Zoom class, and I was actually sitting in the lounge with my friends. And my friend Dev, who just got back from work, I think it was work, he just comes in. No, wait. No, my friend Jacob. His name's Jacob. Shout out to him. He comes in with this pillow, randomly chucks me with the pillow. I go straight down to the ground, and my camera was on and unmuted.
Oh no. Oh,
So
no.
that was fun to explain that I was not being abused by my friends. Oh my god, there's tons more college stories. Like
We can get into that in another episode.
we can.
There's a lot.
There's a
You have
lot of college stories. Like
Specifically you. You
Yeah.
have a lot.
I am. So here's a fun fact about me. Yeah, going back to the fun fact part. I am a morning person. I get up at 8 o'clock every day around, well, in college, that was a different story. But at home, I'd wake up at 8 o'clock every morning. And in college, I'd wake up every time in the a.m., I should say. You know, then there's times when I'd be doing work all night or just hanging out with friends until like 3 in the morning or something. Then I'd get up like at 10 or 11. Yeah. But when I get up, I'd go for a nice walk. And if it's winter time, I'd still walk, but I'd have like jackets on. And I got all of my friends. You're saying, "What are you doing? Like, what are you walking like in this this 40-degree weather for?" I'm like, "I'm just walking. I'm just vibing, man. What are you saying?" I got my headphones on. I got Spotify rolling, and I'm in, and I'm walking for miles upon end.
There's nothing wrong with going for a walk, even during cold weather, because
Precisely.
you're in Ohio.
Exactly. Well, in Ohio, you can't predict any kind of weather.
Yeah.
Plot twist: everywhere is Ohio.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
It's all Ohio.
It's all Ohio. Ohioans invade the freaking planet and the universe. You never know. Ohio could be our next president.
Yeah.
Going to
President Ohio.
President Ohio.
my college experience, well, only spring 2020, since I kind of had a. Please define normal college experience.
Oh.
So-
I honestly can't tell you the definition.
Yeah.
So, when I'm at home, I am usually a night person. Well, sort of a night person, and I get up at like 12 on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And there's people screaming upstairs. Well, not really screaming, they're just talking.
Laughing.
And what I would do is either like in the morning, I would just go out for runs or exercise, and if there's anything else, I would just sometimes hang out with my friends.
Right. You know?
And for college, I still am kind of a night person. Nothing really changes except I get up an hour or two earlier.
Interesting.
And sometimes I go on journeys.
It's okay. Sorry to go off topic, but if you are hearing this, It's weird recording in a basement where you got a lot of people upstairs and a
I'm
dog.
feeling tired.
You feeling tired?
I'm feeling tired.
You're
It might
feeling
have to do with the allergies kicking in.
I think it is the allergies.
Because, like, I mean, I'm lucky there's no visual component to this.
Okay, yeah.
Because I don't look good right now. I can feel it. I don't look good.
I mean, if you need to take a Benadryl or something.
Something tells me Penny might be coming back down here.
You never know.
As much as I love
because-
Penny, I hope not.
Yeah, and I'm allergic to dogs. As much as I love dogs, and I'm such an animal person, I feel I'm cursed with being allergic to
I'm allergic to cats.
dogs. And I'm also allergic to cats.
I'm allergic to dust.
I'm allergic to anything that sheds and dust and every kind of nut.
I'm basically allergic to every single. Hang on, pardon me. I got a burp. Okay. I'm basically allergic to every single plant that grows from March to October that is not edible.
Oh no!
Like pollen.
That's a. Oh my god! I'm allergic. To
Everyone's
pollen as well.
pretty much.
So
Everyone.
basically anything that can be
Yeah,
pollinated.
I got it. I got it all.
Everyone is pretty much allergic to pollen, even though I have a chance of showing reactions the least.
I have really bad allergies when it comes to pollen.
Ah.
Because every time I think about it, I start to sneeze. It's so bad. I had to get like prescriptive level stuff, and even then, sometimes that doesn't work. Like it's up to the point where I might need to get shot, like a bi-week, like every week shot for 3 years.
I don't know why, but I thought like, oh, I'm gonna have to shoot you if you get allergic.
I don't like where this is going.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just had a horrible dad joke here. Let's we're gonna call it the dad joke police here. No, that was a no. That
was
is that is a
good.
certified no moment. I am sorry.
That's my kind of comedy though.
This is a bad example right next to me right now.
Dad
This is
jokes.
a good example.
But dad jokes. I mean, there's some good dad jokes.
there
but
are.
You're not wrong
but there are
about
some,
that.
There are such things as bad dad jokes.
You mean bad jokes?
Bad jokes.
More like bad dad jokes.
Bad dad
Again, we're talking about the person that's sitting next to me.
Come on, man.
All right.
I'm just here to have a good time.
I got.
Well, that's a good thing.
I
got.
know.
All right. If you want to hear a good joke, I got one.
All
for
right.
you. All right. So, a man walks into a bar
Yes.
and a chair and a stool
Yes.
and falls down.
Yes.
That's the basic dad jokes. All right. But if you want to hear a long one, I think I've told you this one.
Okay, well, I have a horrible memory, so I would
Okay.
love to hear
It's
it.
a
Me
okay.
too.
Podcast members, I'm going to do a little Dora here. Do you want to hear a long joke? Yes or no? For those who say no, skip for about a couple minutes. If you say yes, well, you're here for the ride. All right. So a man's car breaks down by a monastery.
Mm-hmm.
And monks walk out and they look at the car and they say, "Hey, you can spend a night here. You're more than welcome to spend a night, and we'll take care of your car while you spend a night." All right, he says, no problem. And at 12 in the morning, God, allergies, God damn. All right. At 12 in the morning, he hears this very strange noise. In the morning, he asks the monks, "What was that sound?" The monk says, "We can't tell you because you're not a monk." All right, he says, and doesn't think anything of it. And so his car is fully fixed, and he goes and he leaves. A year later, his car breaks down in the same place. The monk said, "Oh man, it's you again. We can fix your car up and you can spend a night here, no problem." All right, he says, and they fix his car and he spends the night. 12 in the morning, that same sound again. It's bugging him this time. And in the morning, he asks the monks, "All right, what's that sound?" The monk says, "We can't tell you because you're not a monk." All right, he says, "Then what does it take to become a monk?" "Well," he says, "you're going to have to travel around the whole world to count every piece of sand and grass." "Okay," he says, "I got that, no problem," and returns to the same monastery 54 years later. He goes to the monks and he says, "Here's X, Y, and Z. I can't name the exact number, but here's the amount of sand, the amount of grass. Congratulations," he says, "you're a monk." And at 12 in the morning, he hears that sound. And he goes to the monk and says, "All right, what's that sound?" The monk says, "We got you covered." He takes him to a door and he unlocks it. And then there's another door. "All right, let me get the key." And he opens it and bam! There's the source of the sound. You want to know what it was?
What was the sound?
"We can't tell you because you're not a monk."
Oh. I don't.
I have no words.
And you say that dad jokes are bad.
This is worse.
Okay, but this is not a
I mean,
dad
it's
joke.
clever though. It's clever.
like-
Although, yeah.
I like it.
An example of like a dad joke is, no wait, no, never mind. Here's another one. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
To get to the idiot's house. Knock,
I don't
knock.
like where this is going.
Knock, knock.
I have a better one.
Wait,
Hey, knock, knock.
who's there?
The chicken.
I knew it where
That's
it
an
was going.
example of a dad joke. All right.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
To get away from the Karens.
Is that even?
Is that even a joke?
That's just true. That's just.
This is even
Matt is speaking straight facts
All right,
and
Brett.
logic.
For those who don't know what the term for Karens are, it's
I feel like it's.
I feel like
pretty
it's
well
more
known.
it's very well known in the internet. But again, there's some really nice Karens out there, and I know some nice Karens. So
This is tough to explain
It's
now
tough.
that there are people actually named Karen in the
now
world.
the people named Karen. But you all are kind people. That's what I should say. You all are kind people to all the Karens I know. I'm sorry. I just have to fidget, you know.
All right, do you want me to explain what a Karen is?
Please. You want to know what you want to know what the male version of a Karen is called?
Darren?
No, Richard.
Richard.
You know what its nickname?
It's Dick, right?
Yep, that's why.
All right.
Okay, that's why.
All right, I like it. I like it. I figured it would just be something similar to Karen, you know?
Yeah, well, not really, but it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I won't get into detail about it, but hey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you were looking up something on your. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what the hell that was.
I don't know either.
it was like
very
a
concerning.
for I don't know. I know you all can't see this, but I was just like I don't even know. It was like a hiccup.
Yeah, it did not look like one though. It looked
It
like
did,
just
but
had
it
the
wasn't a
clouds.
hiccup. It was like I don't know, but I'm fine now. If you all are
Awesome.
wondering how I am.
Nice.
If you've stayed with us for this long, we would like to tell you go follow the Abnormal Hour on Instagram to see live updates.
Oh,
yes.
why? Thank you. I still
Yes.
haven't given updates on that yet.
You
but
have
I'm
to
gonna-
do that.
I'm gonna do that literally tonight that I'm recording this. So
Yes.
yeah, so the Abnormal Hour is gonna be live on social media. You know.
Yes.
I'm gonna make it active, but I would also like to thank the influences to me starting a podcast, which was my college. Shout out to, so shout out to my college, and they like being part of the radio. Well, seeing all the radio stuff, and always wanting to do a podcast, and seeing my friends at Lawrence starting their own podcast inspired me to start something of my own. So thank you all for your inspiration.
Yes.
Do you have anything, Matt? Before I might close it?
I have nothing else, but since you guys have watched us this far, we hope you have a wonderful day, night, or evening, whatever time it is for you.
Nice.
I like it.
Okay. I have my own little venture outside
Ooh.
of this.
Oh, yes. So, may I?
Yeah, if you want
So-
to, go ahead.
Now, my friend Ryan here has a YouTube channel and is a music blogger and makes music reviews. And his channel is called Cordavision. So, if you want to subscribe, it is Cordavision. Think of the show WandaVision, but with Corda instead of Wanda.
Or also television.
Or also television. Think like WandaVision, television. Think of that with Corda.
It's
So,
a play on
so,
words.
so shout out and subscribe to Ryan's channel, Cordavision.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you had a YouTube channel or anything, Matt, I would say the same thing to you. But shout out to my friend Matt as well. All right, we can give a round of applause. We can give a round of applause. Woo! Look at our audience here.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's
My
no one.
my chair over there is my lovely audience. It's
Penny's
long-
lobster toy.
Penny's
looking
lobster
right at
toy.
us.
This is our live audience. Oh man.
A couple.
We
Piano
love you,
right there.
lobster, and the piano over there.
Yeah.
Shout out to my jacket that's on the chair because I'm a lazy boy. And shout out to my mattress pad that is sitting in my basement, or else it'll get dirtied up, and my TV behind me.
And a Nintendo Switch.
Of course, we gotta
Yes.
love that Nintendo Switch. So we usually in this part we get to questions, but because this is our very first episode recording, no one has emailed us any questions. But if you guys have any questions, you guys can ask, or if I'll ask you guys some questions, but I'll get to that later. If you guys have any questions, just email me at the abnormal hour. Oh, my friend's got to sneeze.
No, I'm good.
Bless you.
Oh,
Okay.
Keep talking. Keep going.
Keep talking.
Keep going.
Okay.
I need Benadryl. Quick.
Here, go upstairs and say
All
you
right.
need some
Well,
Benadryl.
thank you for having me.
Woo!
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me. All right, Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan. All right, have a seat. Have a seat, Matt.
Yeah, take the seat.
Have a
Matt.
seat and move the mic. Move the mic towards you. Just have it towards
Oh,
you.
good. This chair feels better than the yoga ball. I'm gonna throw this really quick.
No! If that hits a TV, you're paying for that. Oh,
Okay,
never mind. I
good.
hit the
It
pole.
hit the pole. I was aiming for the pole anyway.
Okay. If you guys have any questions that you want to email me, or I usually say us because a podcast is usually run on more than one person, but it's the abnormal hour at gmail.com, the THEABNORMAL, not A, scratch that, HOUR at gmail.com. So if you have any questions, just email it, and we'll answer 5 questions that we'll get into because we want this to keep going up to the hour. Right? Yeah. So, we got into a lot of topics today, and I have
Thanks to our ADHD minds.
freaking exactly. So to all my family members that are listening to this are probably going to question me at this point, but hey, it's a podcast. What can we do? Podcast or podcast? But thank you all so much for coming through this journey of the abnormal hour, even though it was only 51 minutes and 18 seconds as of me looking at my software that I'm editing this off of. And I hope you all have a great day, evening, afternoon, night, or whatever time it is for you out there. I am your host, Nikki. And thank you to my special guest, Matt.
We will see you next time.
We will see you next time. If you have a topic in mind that you want me to bring it up for next time's episode, or if you have a city you would want me to report, or if you have any facts or questions that you want to ask me, email the abnormalhour at gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of the Abnormal Hour podcast. Stay tuned for more.